After Jesus was crucified and rose from the dead, he gathered his disciples together and said, "Go. Go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit." His first followers were so radically transformed by their encounter with Jesus that they wanted other people to encounter Jesus the same way. And that's really what the heart of church planting is. It's a compelling desire to see all people come to know Jesus and find him as their satisfying love. 3 years ago, Sarah and I had the privilege of moving down to San Diego from LA to help start a church. By God's grace, over the last 3 years, we've helped start 2 churches down in San Diego. We've gotten to see just tons of people come to know Jesus and really grow in their relationship with him. But a few months ago, we felt like God was calling us back home to plant another church. We were both born and raised in the San Fernando Valley, which is the northern region of Los Angeles. And we feel like God's calling us back to our roots so that people here could come to know him and experience him in deeper ways. At 20 years old, Jesus saved me. Even though I was born and raised in the church and went to Christian school, I had a really wrong view of who God was. And it wasn't until 20 that a friend and mentor walked into my life and shared Jesus' grace. I asked him one day, I said, "How does God love us unconditionally? You keep saying that." And he said, "He loves us unconditionally because his love isn't based on our performance, but it's based on Jesus' finished and perfect performance." And it's this good news about what Jesus has done that we're excited to come back to LA and share with tons of people that we know, family, friends, and even people we haven't met yet. Often people will say to me, "Oh, but aren't there enough churches in America?" And no, there really aren't. In Los Angeles, in the county, there's 10 million people. 10 million. And if every single seat and every single service and every single church building was filled to capacity on a Sunday, 9.5 million people wouldn't even have a place to belong to. And if the San Fernando Valley was its own city with nearly 2 million people in it, it'd be the 5th largest city in all of America. And because statistically, new churches are 7 times more likely to reach people, we don't want to just plant one church. We want to start tons of churches here in the Valley, in Los Angeles, and ultimately into the nations.
One of our biggest desires for Restored LA is that we would be a church family that's living on mission together, that we would be serving each other sacrificially, living authentically, sharing both the struggles and the joys of life together, and that ultimately, out of that, as we experience the love of Jesus, that we would desire to share that with our neighborhoods and with our coworkers so that they could experience the freedom that only Jesus can bring.
We'd love for you to join us as we grow together and experience Jesus together and seek to see all of Los Angeles restored as we pour our lives out because Jesus poured his life out for us.